you can't care so much. Welcome back. This is another video log. Tim again, in your head. What I do is I help you improve your life. I just make everything better. We're trying to become better people. That's what we're doing here. So what we're talking about today is we're talking about not giving an F. Not giving an F. That is very challenging for everyone. I don't know anybody who's completely IDAGF. IDGAF. How do you get to that point? It's rough. It's rough and it's tough. That's what we're going to tackle today. How to IDGAF. Because you do need to care about what other people think of you. It's wired into us. I think it's part of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I think you need to feel like you are part of the group. I got my dog back here barking. We got my grandparents upstairs. They're from Trinidad. You know they don't know how to relax. If you're from Trinidad and you get offended by that, you are being too sensitive. A real Trinidadian wouldn't get offended by that. How about that? You like that? How about that? You can't care so much about what other people think, because a lot of the time the other people that think one thing or another thing about you, they don't even have any bearing on your success. They can't even do anything to affect your success. They can't do anything. They got no power. So you're worrying about somebody who doesn't even have any real power over you. There is no rational reason for being so emotionally invested in what other people think of you. It's more than 9 times out of 10. It's more like 49 times out of 50. And the biggest thing is, a lot of the time when people people don't even know you exist. They don't even know you exist. It's almost better that people know you exist and don't like you than if people don't know you at all. It really is. It really, really is. And then again, somebody may be like, this person's whack. They straight whack, yo. So then what they do is they tell all their friends how whack you are. And then they tell all your friends, and some of the people are, honestly, they're just contrarians. They're just naturally skeptics. So what they do is they take what so-and-so said with a grain of salt. And they go, I'm going to fact check this. I'm going to see how whack this person is. If they're really that whack, then they'll check on it. Because they want to see a train wreck. Everybody wants to see an ish show. That's right. You know that. If you tell me that this is the worst comedian in the world, worst comedian, all time, worst comedian, that comic is going to sell a lot of tickets. And then, if the audience is there and the comedian's even got a couple of funny jokes, they're going to feel so happy. They're going to be like, dang, they weren't even that bad, man. They got that one joke about that thing. So it's so silly. You know, you are so much better off not giving an IDGAF about what other people think. One of my favorite, these are some of the people that I find that really are good at IDGAF. Real people. I'm not talking about fictional people. Not Holden Caulfield, you know, the main character from Catcher in the Rye, the J.D. Salinger book. I kind of want to read that book again, honestly. But Charles Barkley, basketball player, Dream Team 1. He might have been on Dream Team 2. He played for the Phoenix Suns, played for the Houston Rockets, played for the Philadelphia 76ers. Charles Barkley does not care what you think about Charles Barkley. He's one of those characters. I believe he got pulled over by the police one time, and he was speeding. He may have been drinking, allegedly, I don't know. I don't think Sir Charles is going to come after me for anything that I say about him on the internet. In fact, if he did, it would be a good thing. So, the police officer says, Charles, do you know, why were you speeding? And he goes, I was on my way to get my badoink-a-doink sucked. That's why he was speeding. That's what he said to the police officer. That's what he said to the ossifer, the police ossifer. He said that. I don't know if that's a good idea, but that's what Charles Barkley did. He does not give a F. He doesn't care. You care, and you care way too much. I care so much. I work on not caring. It's a practice. It's a practice to not care. I say Eminem. I submit to you Eminem. Eminem is one of the most excellent artists out there at not caring about what other people think. And I also submit to you that he cares more than you could have possibly imagined about what other people think, which makes him the consummate professional MC. He writes the best stuff there is. He performs impeccable. Lyricism, performance, all that stuff. He obviously cares because he holds himself to such a high standard, but he continuously says he doesn't care. He probably does it, he vacillates between the two extremes. But when he says he doesn't care, a lot of times I do believe him. He doesn't care. You have to not care. When you stop being attached to what other people think of you and how they feel about you, you free yourself. You need to be free. Caring about what other people think all the time is only going to chain you down. It's only going to chain you down. It's definitely going to hamper your creativity. It's definitely going to make you... I think it's going to make you less credible. If you're worried about what other people think of you all the time, it's going to limit your ability to be honest. Now, what I mean by that is you owe it to people to be honest to them. And when you don't tell them how you feel about them, if they ask you, because you are worried about how they'll react to you. If they asked you for unsolicited advice and then you don't give them your honest opinions, you are insulting them on the grounds that you think they can't handle it. You are being so emotionally accommodating to them that you are insulting their intelligence and their identity. I can't tell them this because I'm worried about how they'll emotionally react to my opinions on them when they've asked you for the advice. You're really nice, aren't you? Oh, you're so nice. You are being a jerk for not telling them the truth. And you are doing that because you're worried about how they'll react, because they're probably a pretty nice person. They're probably a pretty honest, they're probably a pretty cool go-getter. If they're literally asking you for unsolicited advice, that's a go-getter. That means that they're open to it. They're open-minded. So they want it. They can handle it. You are worried about that person feeling sad. You can't care so much about what other people think. It will slow you down, especially when you're at work. You got these colleagues at work. Work is work. All you gotta do is get in there, do your job well, and get out. That's what it is if you were gonna be a prize fighter. That's like a combat athlete, boxer, kickboxer, XYZ, MMA, whatever you want to talk about. You get in, you get money, you get out, avoid brain damage. That's what you do. That's the objective. You don't need to be everybody's friend. You could do your very best to be the nicest person. You will not hit 100% of everyone liking you. And you already know this, pimpin'. You gotta just do for you. I don't even like to use words like just and should, because just is a limiting word. I was just trying to do this. I'm just doing that. It's limiting. Unless you recently finished accomplishing something, I don't like to use the word just. Unless I really do want to minimize what I'm saying. But my point is, you are only going to make a certain number of people happy. You got this continuum right here. It's 100%, right? This whole continuum. 100% of the people, right? 10% of the people are going to love you no matter what. 10% of the people are going to hate you no matter what. And then the people in the middle, there's 80% of the other people, 80% that's in the middle. They're going to go either way. The most powerful personalities on either end of the spectrum, they're going to have some say on how much the people in the middle like you. But ultimately, when you stop being so attached to how other people feel about you and how they think about you, you will actually create an energy dynamic where they would like you more. Because who likes somebody that's all worried about what they think? What people think of them? I don't like that. I don't like that neediness. I really don't. When you start to do comedy and you really start to get into it, one thing that happens is you don't feel pressure to be funny all the time. Off stage, specifically. When you first start doing comedy, you're very wanting. You're very needy. So you trying to be funny all the time. Maybe you feel like it'll make you funnier because you're always trying to be funny, so then like that'll transfer to the stage somehow. After a certain point, you cross this threshold, and you don't have the need to be funny all the time because you know you're funny enough. You're enough. So you don't have to do that. That's a great place to be. You can always tell somebody who, somebody who's always trying to make a joke all the time is annoying. I don't do that. You'll be funnier if you be yourself. And then that's when it'll come to you. But see, that's natural. It's not giving a damn. It's not giving a F about what's somebody else is worried about. You can't worry about that. That's why not even only, but the coolest people wear the weirdest stuff. The fashion trends are honestly dictated by those people that are celebrities, not because they can just wear it and everybody's going to see them, but also those people really don't care. If you're able to get on stage, because this is the thing, you don't sing. I know you don't sing. I know you don't do comedy. I know you don't get into a cage and fight in your underwear. I know most of you don't do shit. You just do a little job. You're not an artist. You're not one of those people that's living out one of those kind of heroic lifestyles. I've talked about the heroic gesture before. That's a life. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people would like to. The people that are out there doing that, those people are heroes in their own movie. Those people, when they do that all the time, why would it be weird for... Who's the guy? The guy from Maroon 5. I can't remember his name. What about the guy from Coldplay, Chris Martin, or Christina Aguilera, or anybody who's super, like Michael Jackson, Prince? They were wearing weird shit. But that's okay. I mean, you could get up in front of people and sing from your heart and your soul. Why does wearing a pair of assless chaps, not even a real thing, all chaps are assless. It's so silly. We call them assless chaps. It's the weirdest shit. Why does it doesn't matter. They don't care. And then people see that. Kanye's doing that thing. And, oh, it's Adam Levine. Adam Levine. That's the Maroon 5 guy. They're fine with doing that. Because they're not worried about what you think. When you can get on the stage and do that, worrying about what somebody else thinks that you don't even know exists, it's no thing. And I'm not saying you will not get there overnight. As I said, it's a practice, but you got to work on not giving an F about how other people see you. You only have to give so much of an F. And you got to be very careful how much of an F you're giving. Because you don't want to be given too much. You need to, like a Buddhist would not be so attached to worldly things. And emotions are things, and thoughts are things. And we are all attached to your emotions and your thoughts about how somebody else feels, which is a thing. Their feelings are a thing too. When you're all attached to their stuff, it's their stuff. When you're all attached to that, you're going to get yourself caught up. And you're worried about somebody else, and they don't really care about you. You need to care less about even your own shit. Because the fact of the matter is you're caring about their shit. Damn, man, you're way out here in the weeds. You need to care less about your own shit, let alone their shit. That's how you stop giving a damn. The real thing, so how do I do that? You focus more on what you're trying to do. If you're in a fight, you can't be worried about what the other guy's trying to do to you and what they're going to do to you. You're going to be worried about what you're trying to do to them. In the movie Watchmen, Rorschach, he's in jail. He gets locked up. And then they go, oh, you're locked in here with us. And then he whoops somebody's ass. And then he goes, no, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. You got to be focused on what you're trying to do and not tripping on what somebody else is thinking. Because as I said in my other podcast about intentions, I think it was intentions, I'm not sure. Honestly, you gotta watch these video logs, man. They're so dope. They don't know what you should and shouldn't be doing. Only you know. When you know what you should be doing and you're doing your thing, man, that's exactly, just do that. Do that, be passionate about that. I'm saying. And also, I was talking about Eminem earlier. I just want to circle back before I wrap this thing up. Eminem does care, but most of his songs, it's like, I don't give a fuck. I still don't give a fuck. Because if they don't like the track, fuck them. They can get hit harder than a Mack truck and then backed up on. He's always talking about he doesn't give a fuck. I think he makes the best stuff he can to his best abilities, and then he says, if they don't like what I did, then fuck them. Because at that point, there's nothing he could do anyways. He gave it 100%, and after that, fuck him. That's a good way to look at it. He's saying it in a harsh tone, but it really is a good thing. I had my mom and my grandparents up there making noise, cackling. On some level, I had to apologize for that, but then also, fuck it. Fuck it. Because you know what? It's not, you're going to like this or you're not. And I'm just doing this for the people who like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. As I said, go tell somebody how bad it is. You know? You have to not care so much. But you have to practice not caring so much. And you're going to be swinging like a pendulum, and sometimes you're going to care, you're going to be like, I don't care, and then that's the wrong thing. You probably should have cared a little bit more. And then other times, you're going to be right on point. So, subscribe, like, please comment. Let me know if you want to get a different topic coming up soon and whatnot. And that's it, really. I love you all. Peace. I hope I'm in focus. Let me just check. So this is where I'm at right here. And you know what? I just gotta hope I'm in focus. It's odd. Let me play with this junk. I don't even know if I can do this. Is this? See, that doesn't work because I'm gonna sit back here and then, yeah, let's see. That wasn't even, don't even know if that's a good idea. Let's see. Noticing things in my neighborhood that I don't like. So I just gotta bring attention to it. See, some stuff's been going on out here. And it's wrong. It's real wrong. I'm outside the front of my crib. I'm not trying to show you exactly where I live, but look at this thing. Look at this, man. Look at this right here. That is wrong, dog. That is wrong, man. It's unused. That's an unused Trojan condom. I'm not appreciating that now. I don't appreciate that. I don't know what's been happening. I don't know what's going on here. But that ain't right. That ain't right, man. I'm not down with that. I don't know. Anyway, can't have that. I don't know who's doing it. Can't have that. Yeah. Still recording. Not sure. Okay, whatever. Whatever.